Thapar, the chairman NMML, Nripendra Mishra, says the institution has become more inclusive with the developments that have been ongoing since the last 1 year. That's the only intention here. People should visit the Nehru Gallery in the present museum to see for themselves the expanded display of Sri Nehru as the institution builder of modern democracy. Where's the doubt? Why are we resorting to these kind of tactics unnecessarily then?
No, who started these tactics? The problem here is, first of all, Pandit Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, did not say that I want to dedicate this for my name or something. It was after his death, Radhakrishna ji, the President of India, inaugurated this, thought this, and all the opposition leaders of 1964 and all the people in power together decided that we want to preserve the legacy of the first Prime Minister of India. And during that time, there was no second, third, fourth, or the 14th Prime Minister. They thought this particular person, this particular individual have contributed to this nation, and we need to convert his house to a library so that the entire nation and the world can see about his contribution and the future of India, which he has envisaged for the country. So this has to be in consultation. You want to rename that, so there has to be a uniform policy for everything. Suddenly there is a situation right now in 2023 that there is a system of renaming everything, renaming the legacy. The reality is, you are just renaming it.
You yourself are answering your question, Manasvi Thapar. You're talking about back in the day, when with the idea of remembering Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, this particular museum was created. Here's where he was staying. That was his official residence. Ever since we've had a host of prime ministers with a host of contributions that have been made, a host of challenges that each of them have faced. Should all of them not be credited for what they've done for our country?
So
how is it taking away anything from Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and his contributions?
So did Nehru know that the 14th Prime Minister will one day come and take away his name? Even he did not keep his name. So every Prime Minister is important. Every Prime Minister has given his blood and sweat for this country. It's not that. The reality is, you should have taken the opposition in confidence that we are planning to do this for a larger picture. Why don't you communicate to the opposition? Why don't we have a discussion on that?
Professor Sangeet Ragi, don't you think there is a need for continuation? There are several changes that India at large has gone through, and several of those leaders of independent India, the prime ministers, of course, leading from the front, have faced several challenges. We as a nation have gone through so much. Should then there not be an attempt to make these changes, keeping in mind the continuity?
Good evening to everyone. I was member of the Content Review Committee of the Prime Minister Sangrahalaya, and I can tell you that there was a clear instruction not to belittle, not to cut short the image of any of the Prime Minister of India. The clear mandate from the establishment was that there has been a contribution of all the Prime Minister, right from Nehru to Manmohan Singh. And the journey of India in the post-colonial India must be lensed through the contribution of the prime ministers. There were ups and downs in the journey of this nation. The nation has passed through so many things. The policies, whether it was defense policy, economic policy, or other policies, everything has been encapsulated in the museum. And presently the footfall is almost 3,000 to 4,000 every day. So those who are supporters of the Congress and the Congress spokespersons, they have been in habit of seeing the political iconography of this nation in the name of Gandhi and Nehru. They are the dynasts who do not look beyond that. They suffer from political glaucoma. They demean the contribution of all other prime ministers of India, including Narasimha Rao, Manmohan Singh, and others. You know, the moment you say that this premise alone should be named after or should be known only for Nehru, it means that you are trying to demean and erase the memory of all other prime ministers. Don't do this. And the history and legacy of the Prime Minister Nehru is not reserved only in a building. The idea, it was the idea of Nehru, which is the legacy of Nehru, and nobody can erase that from the memory of this country. Anyhow, the nomenclature, the naming of the villages to estates, to over 3,000 plants in this country after Nehru and Gandhi, who can erase them from the memory of this country?
Professor Ragi, is very interesting, and it's a different perspective to the ongoing controversy.